strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Bulldog. It is the 4th of July in the United States. That is Independence Day. It's a special holiday. So CG has celebrated the way that CG does by giving us some special packs. So I want to take a look at these packs, see if they are any good. We're going to break down the individual crystal value of each one of these and see if they are worth it. So first off, let's establish what do I mean by are they worth it. So you could argue that in these freemium games, nothing is worth it. The costs are outrageous, but compared to what you could normally buy, let's take a look at the value. So we'll start at the $9.99 box of crystals because $9.99 is going to be the smallest pack value once we get to looking in the packs. So you get 134 crystals per dollar spent for that. Now this is US dollars before tax, but the ratio should be the same pretty much everywhere, I would think. So the value level is going to be better for some countries, worse for others, but it should stay relatively the same as we look through these. So it goes all the way up to the $99 vault. $100 vault is 157 crystals per dollar. So if the value of the pack is less than 134 crystals per dollar, you absolutely don't want to buy it. If it's greater than 157, that's going to be good value for pretty much anybody, as long as you can use the value of that pack. So if it's somewhere in between, it depends on what level you're comfortable spending at a time. So anyways, enough of that. Let's actually get in here to these packs here. So very first one here, limited time offer, small celebration bundle. We're going to take a look at what is in these packs. The first three packs are pretty similar, just different amounts here. And I'm actually going to get myself off the screen so you guys can see the whole pack value. I want to look at the value of the gear. So there are 5 pieces, or actually 6 pieces here, I'm sorry, I can't count, 6 of pretty valuable gear. Almost everybody is going to need these pieces. So I broke it down per crystal cost as if you were buying it from shipments. So this is not the value if you would do like a 50 crystal refresh and try to farm it. This is going to be the value if you bought it from shipments. So we'll flip up the value. It is 1,735 crystals worth of gear, which breaks down to 174 crystals per dollar. So that's not terrible value. You also get a little bit of credits, a little bit of ability mats. I'm not going to factor those in there. But again, so if we go back to the actual crystal cost, 174 is over 157. So this is going to be cheaper than buying a vault and buying this stuff individually. Again, a lot of people are going to need this. So decent value, nothing that I would consider like special or must have. It's not some, I mean, yeah, you're getting decent value, but it's not anything that's that much different from what you'd get from buying a vault. So back out of this, we'll go back and go into the next one here. Again, it's going to be basically the same thing, just higher amounts. This time they've got an Omega included. They like to advertise that you get that Omega. If we don't factor in the Omega whatsoever, this is actually a worse value. It's 162 crystals per dollar. So the value of the gear goes down in this pack. If you add in the crystals, if you add in the Omegas, it ends up being about the same, 172. That's based on 200 crystals per Omega, which is the price that you could get it actually right now. If I flip back here real quick. Come on, load for me. And then like this event going on right here. Of course it's gonna have to load because I haven't played it on my computer. Don't take too long. I don't want to restart the video. Okay, this Omega value right here. So you could get, let's see, possible rewards, 1 Omega right there. You could refresh that for 200 crystals. So that's why I'm saying the value of 1 Omega is 200 crystals right there. Now that's not available to buy all the time, but those events come back pretty frequently. I think that's a reasonable value to assign. So that's the value adding in the Omega. It's not really a better deal. So let's go into the 50. It's going to be a similar thing. It's the same gear, high value gear. They've just increased the amount. They've added an extra Omega, and the cost actually goes back down. So at this point, if you're just looking for the gear, it's not really any cheaper than just buying a vault. Now, obviously, if you buy a vault, you have to spend $100. So you get the vault value by only spending $50 plus a couple extra Omegas, ability mats, crystals. If you add in the value of the Omegas, it does go up, but it depends. It also restricts you to buying just this gear, which is very valuable gear, but maybe it's not the exact gear that you want at this exact time. So not really all that special of a deal. I mean, it's a decent deal, but it's nothing that is like a holiday special or really can't pass up or anything like that. It's not that amazing. So that's the first set. So let's go into the second set now. Over here, these 1999 packs. This is going to be a very different situation. So these are basically all the same. They're 1999 for 4 pieces of gear that are basically, they're built around your G12 finisher, your Gear 13 finishers actually, the right side of your Gear 12 level. And the value here is much better. So if we see, basically everything is, oh, I just click on the same one. Everything is about the same. It's just the different pieces. So it might depend on what you need, but if we assume that you need all of this gear here, the value is significantly higher. So you get 5,425 crystals for $20 essentially, 271 crystals per dollar. So you are basically getting almost double of what you would get if you bought the crystals individually and spent them on this. So it just depends on what you need. This is all pretty good value gear. Some of you might have some of these pieces, or like one of those is a raid gear piece that you might have saved up. But even if you take that out, the value is still very high. If like, let's see, let me click on it here. This piece right here. So some of you could have some of that saved up. Your value is still over 200 crystals per dollar, even if you take that out. So it's a very good deal. So this one, I think this is the one. Nope, it's not this one. Let's let me flip back over here. And I think I just did this wrong, didn't I? As far as clicking on my screens here. Where's the one? This is the one I want, right? Yep, there we go. So this is the one I'm going to be buying. Like if I look at Darth Revan here, this is all the gear. Oh, come on, don't load on me. This is the gear that I need. This is the one I meant to click on earlier. Come on now. This is what happens when I play on my phone and switch between my computer. I hadn't loaded it on my computer yet. Okay, here we go. Like this value right here. So this is all the pieces I need. So I need this piece for him. That full piece is included. I don't need this for him, but I'm going to need, obviously these Chirotechs I'm going to need eventually. So that's not a waste. I need this piece right here. And again, I don't need this one, but so many characters need it. You can see there's some characters down there below that need it. So this is basically getting you more than half of the Gear 13 finisher for Darth Revan or for some of the other characters for only $20. So that is actually a very good value there. So those $20 packs are going to be the packs that you want to buy if you're wanting to take advantage of the holiday special here, and the sales that CG is putting on. So I wouldn't mess with the first packs unless you're going to be spending that money anyways. You can get maybe a slight savings there, a few extra pieces, but the Gear 13 finisher pieces are really what you want there as far as taking advantage of the packs if you're looking to spend money for July 4th. So those are the ones I would consider a steal. To answer the question posed in the title, yes, some of those packs are a steal, but only some of them. Don't necessarily feel like you have to buy. Well, don't feel like you have to buy any of them, really. Again, the value, we're still talking about $20 to get half of a gear piece. So you need basically 6 gear pieces to complete a gear level. So you're getting you're getting maybe 10% of a gear level for $20. That's still an outrageous price, but compared to what it normally is, it actually ends up being pretty good value. So that's all I've got. More gameplay videos will follow. If I get time, I've got one I want to get up there today that I'm kind of excited to show you guys. So be sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Stay tuned for more. Thanks a lot.